All right, yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm HYP3RSOMNIAC. I am an Elden Ring speedrunner as well, and also DS3. Great game. And here for commentary, who are joining me, 3 other great speedrunners, if you guys would like to introduce yourselves.
Yeah, you haven't seen me in a while. I'm Kara. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, great run. My name is hazeblade, also fellow Elden Ring speedrunner, as well as I speedrun some Resident Evil games too.
And my name is Spicee. I was here on the last couch, fellow Elden Ring enjoyer and speedrunner also.
Yeah, and today we will be doing Elden Ring any percent for the final run. So do we have a name, or is it just up to me?
Let me check really quick to see if there was an incentive. It looks like there was not for the name.
All right, well, in that case, I guess we gotta go with 3 million.
Let's go.
All right, so starting out here, I'll pick the Fanged Imp Ashes because we will need those later for that Elden Beast AI break. And I think we'll have to go Giga Chad as well for the final run.
Great choice.
All right. And then we'll start it after the cutscene. Let's go! All right, and we'll start the timer in 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go. Good luck, Hyper.
Thank you, thank you. All right, yeah, so here we are down patched to 1.2, same as Kata. And so we've got a little bit of a loading screen there, but yeah. Can't leave home without the wizened finger, so.
That's right. It literally will not let you open that door until you grab the finger.
Yeah, and so here we'll be starting Warrior for this run, and that is because Warrior has the stats that we'll need for Ice Rind Hatchet. So we'll pick that up later on, and that will be the best weapon to get for any percent in this route. And so, yep, just like Kata, we're not gonna deal with the grafted Cyan, just jump right off the edge.
Great fight. Yep, beautiful. We don't have time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. And so yeah, then here again we'll spawn in the graveyard.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh.
The game just crashed.
Elden
Wow.
Ring moment.
Yep.
Not off to a great start.
Kata was fortunate enough to avoid that occurrence during his run, but unfortunately this game is seldom unstable, and a restart is often deemed necessary.
Yeah, we are on the least stable patch of all of them, so yeah, Kata got quite lucky. It looks like I have gotten all of his bad luck. So yeah, here we'll spawn in the graveyard.
We're back.
Get out in the
We're back
grave.
in. Let's go. Yeah, Miyazaki didn't get a chance to drive too much influence in Kata's run, so he might be trying to win back on this one.
Yeah, Miyazaki doesn't want you to see what's in this run, so he's trying to kill it.
Yeah, he's like, all right, we'll let you get the 3 million, but now it's time to really bring the thunder.
And we'll take some clothes off. Just give the people what they want, you know? Look at that beautiful face. And we'll enter the beautiful Limgrave. All right, so just like Kata, I'll be running over to grab Torrent and make the Honda Accord with Melina. And that will let us grab Torrent and run through the lands between much, much faster. And also, to get around much, much faster, you'll see, just like Kata, doing the jumping strat and blocking afterwards is the fastest way to go uphill. So whenever I am on foot, I'll be doing that. It's not that important for like a longer run, like All Remembrances, but it can add up. There are like, you can get multiple seconds off of it, and that can be the difference between world record or not.
Listen, chat, all you need to know is that it's leg day and HYP3RSOMNIAC is out to get it here on these hills, okay? Yeah.
And I think we've got some time for some donations as I run over here.
Great, awesome. We can kick things off with $200 from Foxbird that says, new Elden Ring run means new Alexander.
We will avenge him in this run.
Cope him.
Luckily, we don't have to kill him.
We also have a $1,000 donation from Agendine. And they say, first off, try running. Then, good job. All the more praise, GDQ.
It will summon a torrent. Treat him with...
Time for another one?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, well, we have $10 from Turtleneck that says, hidden path ahead. Try donation.
That is indeed the correct path.
And I think we've got time for one more.
Okay, well, why don't we do a $500 donation from Peekaboo that says, well done, Tarnished. Thank you, Peekaboo.
All right, so here we'll be grabbing the golden seed. This is a safety strat because things can easily go wrong in this run. So getting that extra golden seed will give us another flask charge that we can put into our cerulean tears, get enough mana for just in case some of the fights go wrong. So pick that up, and then we'll be running over here to Liurnia. And along the path, you will see plenty of squirrels, and I think I speak for all Elden Ring speedrunners when I say we despise the squirrels. This part right here, they can lose you so much time because they can block Torrent, and he can get caught on them.
Nice.
And lose a ton of time. So, and they're just hiding in the bushes too. You cannot see them. So yeah, I think that is something all Elden Ring speedrunners share in common, is our hatred for these squirrels.
In any percent, the run is just so optimized, got optimized so quickly that even something as simple as a squirrel just jumping in the middle of your line, it can cost you enough time that it actually can, in some cases, warrant a reset. Like, that's actually where we're at. Even though this game is only a couple of months old, a lot of the tech has just come together so quickly that, yeah, though the wildlife in this game can be the true boss sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. Here we'll just do a little cliff slide down. Cliff slide down the cliffside. Tongue twister there for you. And normally we would do a wrong warp here to get closer to the Raya Academy portal, but because usually we will measure in-game time for the leaderboards, but since we're doing real time, it'll just be faster to run over there. So
yeah, and we're going to have a lot of the same tech as we saw in Catalyst's and All Remembrances run, and so you'll see a lot of that come together going forward. But as we get into the later parts of the run, the main differentiator, aside from not having to go kill all of the bosses, is the fact that we're insanely underleveled this entire run. So there's really not a lot of room for mistakes. And Hyper's going to have some challenges ahead here, despite the fact that we're going to be using another one of the really strong weapons in the game. That's going to be a little bit different than what we saw in the AR run.
yeah, for sure. The first boss fight is a tough one, so you guys will see that coming up. All right, and so we'll take the portal right next to the Raya Lucaria gate, and we'll grab the strays because we want to come back here later. And then jump off the bridge, and we'll head towards the Ice Rind Hatchet, which we'll be using for the rest of the run. So I think we've got some time for some more donations.
All right, sounds good. Well, we still have a lot of love coming in, folks. The marathon is still going. Thanks for breaking that 3 million mark to get this any percent run. So keep those donations coming in. We have $244 from Jesse Iguana that says, longtime watcher, first time volunteer. I arrived at the start of setup, and watching this go from a couple of people in a room full of boxes to a crowd and a $3 million total was unforgettable. Here's $2 for every run so far, because every single one of them was absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Jesse Iguana, for both volunteering and that wonderful donation.
Yeah, we really can't give enough love to our volunteers and staff who've made this all possible. Thank you guys so much.
It's time for some more donos?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, we have $250 from Klondike that says, here together.
All right, so you saw me pick up the Ice Rind Hatchet back there, and then we'll also need the Academy Gate to get into Raya Lucaria. So we'll be using the Pegasus glitch as well over there, which you've seen a lot of in the All Remembrances run. But right now, we're actually going to be running up to the Belfries, and we'll be doing a wrong warp to an endgame area. So, Haze, do you want to give us a little rundown of the wrong warp and how it works?
Yeah, and honestly, we've got a lot to cover here. In case you missed the AR run, by the way, the Pegasus glitch that Hyper's talking about is basically where, unfortunately, we do sacrifice Torrent for the greater good, which freezes gravity and allows us to fly. So that's what we're talking about there. But yes, the wrong warp is an incredibly useful glitch, perhaps the most powerful glitch that we're using in order to reach the end game as quickly as possible. If you saw the AR run, we actually used this here to go to Nokron. However, in the any % run, we're actually going straight to Farum Azula, which Kata went to way late in his run, but in this run, we need to get there as quickly as possible, because in any %, the only way to reach the Elden throne and become the Elden Lord as quickly as possible is to kill Malekith in Farum Azula. So what we're going to do is we're going to trick the game into thinking that we're in a place that we aren't actually in. And the way that works is through some stored location values based on where you were and based on where you are. So in this case, we were here in Liurnia of the Lakes. We activated that grace there at the 4 Belfries. And as we go into Farum Azula using the key that Hyper picked up at the top of the hill, that's going to allow us to enter Farum Azula. And from that point, we can execute the wrong warp, which I'll be quiet for.
Yeah, the timing on that can be kind of precise, but you can miss it very easily, but it's not too bad. So
Indeed.
And then
Perfect
so
execution there, though.
Yep, we'll be under the map, quit out, and then when we load back in, we will be right at the start of Farum Azula.
Yep, we're already in the end game, guys, so we're moving quickly through this.
And we'll put our clothes back on. Sorry, guys, just because we don't want to die to these beastmen up here.
Oh, man, they hurt so badly. To finish talking about the wrong warp, though, what happens, though, is that stored location value differs from, again, where we started versus where we are. So once you activate the Memory of Grace and then also fast travel at the same time, the game gets a little bit confused because it doesn't really know where to put you. And so there's 2 different ways that that can go. With the shack warp that you saw here, this is where we actually kind of, again, with Farum Azula being the point of reference, it didn't really know what happened when we supposedly fast traveled to the Stormhill Shack, but we were also supposed to be in Farum Azula, but then we also used the Memory of Grace, which was supposed to send us back to Liurnia of the Lakes. So it takes the Stormhill Shack as the point of reference, but then because the default location of that is out of bounds, when we quit out of the game after falling out of bounds, it sends us to the location before that, which was Farum Azula, hence how we ended up at the very beginning of Farum Azula, which is where we would be after we kill Fire Giant in All Remembrances.
Yeah, the wrong warp is what makes this run so short, so...
Yeah, like you basically return to Farum Azula, and the game loses track of which spawn point to use, so it defaults to the first one on the list, which is conveniently at the beginning of Farum Azula in like a legitimate location instead of just a small preview that we teleported to from the Belfries.
Yeah, and that timing is so incredibly precise. You only have a couple of frames to time it, so that's why we were quiet there at the beginning of that, is because in case that was missed, that would normally be, if you're going for a PBR record, generally speaking, that's going to be a reset if you're not getting those wrong warps on the first try.
And so I'll quit out here because this Beastman right here can actually do like an instant lightning that is impossible to predict, and it's very rare. It's maybe like 5% of the time, so might as well just quit out there, not risk it. But yeah, that guy can be a pain.
And we're also detouring for some items too. So you notice that Hyper picked up that Heroes rune, which is going to give us 20,000, which we'll use to purchase some items to upgrade that Ice Rind Hatchet that we picked up earlier. We're also picking up that bell bearing at the top of the temple there, which is going to allow us to purchase the Somber Stone 8. We're going to be taking this hatchet all the way up to +9. And even for being a low-level character, this weapon is insanely overtuned. That at a low-level character at +9, this thing does an insane amount of damage, and it also has a chance to hit for double damage and cause frostbite. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that are stacking up here with this weapon, which is why we just pick it up, because it's so convenient.
Yeah, like after this patch and FromSoft saw how broken Sword of Night and Flame is and Ice Rind Hatchet, they nerfed them to the ground. So right here, we'll be doing another wrong warp, and so this will send us right to EG, and we can upgrade the Ice Rind Hatchet to +4. And here we are.
Yeah, this wrong warp is a little bit different because you're not combining the map wrong warp and the unstable ground wrong warp. You simply warp to a specific location while the Memory of Grace is activated. And basically you get the same outcome as with the double wrong warp, but you are under the condition of having to warp to a specific area. Whereas if you combine the two wrong warps, you can wrong warp inside of any area.
Yeah, you're more or less cutting out the middleman there and just going directly to where you want to go, which is pretty useful. I mean, even if you're just doing like challenge runs and things like that and utilizing the wrong warp for those, there's definitely some value there if you're going even areas that aren't within the confines of the speed run.
Yeah. And I think we've probably got time for a donation or two.
Awesome. Well, we have $100 from Avanosaurus Rex that says, "Hey there, SGDQ tech crew here. Was that a fever dream? What just happened? Why are we all now sweaty? How did the furniture make it back onto the stage? You are all incredible." Well, thank you, Avanosaurus Rex, and the rest of the tech crew here. You've been doing an amazing job this week.
All right, and so we're gonna enter Raya Lucaria here, and we'll be doing the Pegasus glitch, as you saw in the All Remembrances run. So that'll allow us to get in and get abducted by the Virgin Maiden. So we can get to Volcano Manor really early.
Yep, so we're executing the quit out there before Torrent fully despawns, so that way it'll have a stored value once we load back in.
Yeah, so Torrent will be here with me.
Yeah, it's basically part of cut content. There were plans at one point, and it was involved in the game a little bit, where you could just have Torrent as a companion, and he even had a secret attack and stuff like that. So this is probably like kind of a leftover code there.
Yeah.
That we are abusing.
So then we'll want to get like right next to the corner here, so that way Torrent doesn't push us off. Because if you're a little bit off, he'll be the one pushing you to your death. So everyone, close your eyes. There he goes.
How could you?
We're pretty much like a mother bird, pushing her child out of the nest to fly, but yeah, we're pushing our horse into the afterlife. So, kind of the same thing, but yeah, see, he's fine. He can fly, so it was worth it in the end. And it's for a good cause. So here we're gonna load in the elevator, and then we'll hop off Torrent here and run down a little bit and just barely hold on.
Oh,
that was close. Any later
close.
fall damage would have done work.
Holding my breath for that one. And we'll block here and hopefully get abducted. There we go. Sometimes you can get some bad RNG on that where you won't get abducted and it'll just start attacking you. So that's very fun. So we'll get abducted by the Maiden, and then we'll be spawning in Volcano Manor. And I think we've got time for one or two more donations.
Yo, awesome. Well, we have $100 from Trisbug that says, "This is for the live audience. Welcome back. We've missed you."
Missed you too.
For sure.
And we have a $2,000 donation from the Yeti.
Insane.
And they say, "Let's go, Twitch chat."
I think we've got time for one more.
Awesome. Well, we have $550 from Cold Candor that says, "Breaking a Dark Souls game into 1,000,000 pieces is always worth it. 3 million hype."
Hype. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
It's pretty funny that you mentioned that, because the wrong warps that we talked about, they basically work the same way as in Dark Souls 1, because like Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, and Elden Ring all share the same core engine.
All right, and so we just grabbed our Somber 6, and we'll be grabbing our Somber 5 up here. Get some more upgrades on the Ice Rind Hatchet and make the final bosses a bit easier.
By the way, the reason that we're upgrading that hatchet to +4 earlier in the run is because we're actually going to be cheesing a boss that's coming up here at the top of this staircase. And with +4, it gives us enough damage to where we don't have to level up our character, and we're going to be able to leverage, part of the reason we pick Warrior actually is because we're going to be able to leverage our stats, the +4 Ice Rind Hatchet, and just like the almost perfect amount of FP that we have in order to kill this boss with what we have.
Yeah, so right now we're going to be performing a Fog Gate glitch. So if we back off and punch, we'll be the perfect distance away from the Fog Gate. And so we'll, or not.
Just gonna try it again quickly.
Luckily, not too much time lost if that goes wrong.
The setup is a little tricky because you have to kind of wait till right at the end of the animation to execute the next action. But provided that you set it up properly, it can become relatively consistent with practice. And then it just becomes really timing at that point to make sure that once you do sort of glitch into the floor here, that you're able to come out and then it actually will not activate the boss.
Yeah, so we are just close enough. We're really close to activating his AI and starting the fight, but we're just so far away from the fog gate that it doesn't happen. We can like barely get in without triggering the fight. So here, if I two-hand the Ice Rind Hatchet, we can actually use it without the stats because it'll increase our strength. And so that will allow me to use the Ash of War here and kill the Noble very quickly.
Down he goes.
All right.
That Noble isn't finished with us yet, though.
Yeah. Oh, just wait and see.
He'll be back.
Oh, and it looks like we're cross-legged at the Grace. So if you're sitting at the Grace cross-legged, you'll actually lose 3 seconds. So a little bit more RNG, but not too big of a deal. But when you're grinding for world record, it definitely matters. So here we're gonna go to the round table hold, and we're gonna grab our Somber 8 from the Twin Husks. So put that bell bearing to use.
Yeah, the bell bearing that Hyper picked up in Fire Missoula can be offered here to the NPC, which basically adds extra items into the store here.
Yeah, so I'll give that to her here, by here, and then also that. And we'll teleport back to Volcano Manor. So we need to pick up a couple more things. So
Yeah, we got a little bit more work to do here in Volcano Manor because we do have a similar line that was taken in All Remembrances where we're going to need Royal Knight's Resolve. Now, we have a little bit of a different setup here because when we kill the Godskin Noble there, he actually drops the Godskin Stitcher, which based on our current stat allocation, falls within the same parameters that Kata's run did, where we just don't have the stats to wield our offhand weapon, which causes Royal Knight's Resolve to essentially not consume the FP when we use it, but to still apply the buff. And we have a skip up here that's also quite precise.
This bridge skip was like the bane of my existence running this category.
It's super unintuitive as well, because you like get a lot of height
There
here.
we
Nice.
go.
Very nice.
That can be annoying to get. All right, so we'll swap over to the Stitcher, and we'll unequip that shield as we don't need it anymore. And so yeah, then up here we'll be grabbing Royal Knight's Resolve, which I'll just dub RKR. And we'll need to quit out actually because we won't be able to teleport away while we're in combat. So we'll be able to pick this up, and then yeah, we'll be applying 80% damage to our main hand weapon when we're using it on the offhand. And it's even better because since we can't use the Godskin Stitcher, we actually don't even use any mana to use RKR, so it's even that much better.
Yeah,
All right, so
pretty
here
interesting.
I'll be leveling up some HP and then enough strength. And then we'll get some more flask charges with the golden seed that I picked up earlier, and we'll allocate some more to the flask of cerulean tears because I'll need all the FP I can get for some of these fights. All right.
Yeah, we really don't have much opportunity here to level our character just because of how few bosses we kill, so we really have to make the most out of the levels that we get to make sure that we're able to at least take a hit or two if we make a mistake, and to be able to have enough FP to finish the boss using Hoarfrost Stomp.
Yeah, it's unfortunate we do not have much HP, but yeah, and the first fight of the run is going to be Godskin Duo. Now this fight can go really, really bad, but we've got some strats, and we can hopefully use the pillars to make things a little bit easier. So I'll start off with 2 stomps at the start. He'll do this move, which can be really tough to time sometimes. And then he's actually, this might not be good. But I think we'll kill him just in time. Woo.
That was a nice dodge.
That was very close. We are really, really playing with fire here.
Literally. It is very important to keep an eye on this guy because he will throw fireballs from across the room, and if he's not in your camera view, that doesn't stop him from doing it. So you can get hit without even realizing it.
Very nice. Summoned his buddy, then went to phase transition, so Hyper could get extra hits in.
This is looking really clean. As long as we can just get a nice setup on this Noble here, it should go down without too much of a hitch.
Whoa.
Here comes the phase.
Phase transition.
3 damage.
Should be.
And we're gonna kill him before he can turn into the Michelin tire.
Nice.
There we go.
There we
Clean
go.
kill.
Look at the health bar on this guy. Absolute.
Ooh. Yeah, really cutting it close. All right, so we're gonna get a ton of souls, level up a ton after that. And then we will actually be doing a banned glitch in this category, but it's too fun to show off to not do it at GDQ. So we're gonna be doing the zip glitch, and I hope you guys have got your bat chest ready in Twitch chat. But Spicee, do you wanna tell us a little bit more about the zip glitch and how it works?
Sure. So the zip glitch is actually, like Hyper mentioned, it's a glitch that's actually banned in this category on the leaderboards because it's incredibly hardware dependent. It's actually it's a frame perfect trick, but also you have to have stable 60 FPS with 16.6 milliseconds frame time consistently for it to work. So basically you have to block on a certain frame, hold your walk key, and walk on a certain frame. It was really funny back when this glitch, we kind of first figured out this glitch with we saw people doing their casual playthroughs, they would just get small zips randomly. And we had about a week period where we saw some clips like that, and there was just a bunch of speedrunners, their streams were just them walking around, pressing random buttons, hoping to teleport. But thankfully, from the hard work of the Speed Souls community, they actually ended up figuring out how it works, really breaking the game down.
Yeah, so hopefully we can get it here.
Oh!
Where did he come from?
He was on
I
the
didn't-
patrol route there.
Didn't
Out
even
of
hear him
nowhere.
coming up.
Survived though. Survived.
Yeah, there was a ton of R&D put into this particular glitch because, again, nobody really understood how it worked. So, a lot of runners, Distortion 2 spent 3 days straight just standing in
random
this spot,
buttons. Yeah.
just trying to get it to work. And after a few weeks, we ended up finding out some.
Oh!
There's one. Oh, but it wasn't in
Well,
the
we
spot,
missed though.
Yeah, we missed, but that was a zip right there.
That we were just aiming in the wrong position. So yeah, this glitch can actually be used to beat the game in under 6 minutes is the current time by Seeker. So I would definitely recommend checking that out.
Yeah, it's definitely fun to check out once, but the entire run is basically just this.
Yeah, and you can even kill Malekith and Elden Beast by doing Mega Zips, which are even tougher to pull off.
Yeah, when you do the zip route, it's actually a maidenless and pacifist run all together.
Yeah, this guy does not want me to zip, it looks like.
Yeah, it's extremely difficult to do.
All right, we'll give it one more round, see how it goes.
It's the leaderboard mod. They know that you're using a banned glitch.
Oh,
There we go.
Perfect.
Straight to Malekith.
And we'll quit out here so this guy doesn't kill us.
Yeah,
the
that AI
Dragon Tree
is.
Sentinel is quite annoying, yeah, for sure.
We are hoping something that's about 70% consistent when we walk into this room goes right.
All right, so hopefully Malekith runs at us. If he does, we can get a pretty scripted fight. And of course not, because
course.
why would he?
Miyazaki woke up.
So the idea of what you want to go for is when he charges at you, the first phase becomes almost entirely scripted because he just has the perfect attack pattern where you can kind of, with a combination of just rolling and strafing around, just pretty much instantly phase him into phase 2. We're rolling forward there after applying RKR, and we're just going to try to get as much damage as we can and roll out of that little Naruto attack right there.
Very nice.
Follow up
There
with
you
a
go.
stomp.
Awesome.
There it is. There's a
Very
clean kill. Nice job, Hyper.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
And this is a little bit of a time-saving strat here by actually taking the intentional death here to reset our flasks because we don't need to level up anymore in the run. We have everything that we need to complete what would otherwise be an optimal run. So basically all this does is it just makes sure that when we load into the Ashen Capital, we don't load in with the same exact values that we had when Malekith died. We load in as if we had just woken up from a grace.
Yeah, so this will be really useful. And actually, what we'll normally do in the ND% run is we'll do like a YOLO Malika strat where his flurry of blades there at the end will actually kill us, and then we'll die right after we get the remembrance. So it is really fast, much faster than what I did there. And I think we've got some time for some donations as I run to Gideon over here.
Yo, awesome. Well, we can kick things off with a $100 donation from Churagon with a nice poem, and it says, "Roses are red, Ronnie is blue. Millennia, the blade of Michaela, has never known defeat."
I don't think anybody will ever forget her name.
We also have $100 from the Tiny Cat that says, "For Sumichi, for the tarnished, for MSF, heart."
So if you all remember Sir Gideon Ofnir from All Remembrances, which you probably don't because we didn't fight him, we're not fighting him in this category
look
either.
Who it is. Yep, we'll just be running
We're just going to run right past him.
Same way, yep. We'll be doing Gideon Skip a little bit differently than Kata did it, because we actually do not have Loretta's scepter. So we'll need to actually just run around. And it's actually nice that we've got the compass in this game, so we can actually use the compass dials to make this a little bit easier. Hopefully, let's just wedge in here and hopefully get up there.
Oh, so close.
This is pretty precise without the sickle. Like a
Yeah.
lot more precise.
Getting on that first ledge is the easy part. It's trying to get that second and third jump just right to where you can actually close the distance on it and get up to the top. That's really tricky.
And like, keep in mind that Hyper's on a different setup here as well. The mouse sensitivity and everything is different than from what he has at home, so
Yeah,
it adds extra difficulty.
Oh, and like this part right here can be really annoying to get onto sometimes. I think that should be good.
Oh, so close.
Come
So close.
on.
That second one's coming together. It's just closing the third one.
Yeah.
You got it, dude.
Oh, come on, let me up.
So close. Many a record pace have died to this very skip, and it's again, as Kata said. I mean, mouse sensitivity is everything, and even just using a different mouse.
There we go.
Even using a different mouse can just be night and day difference with trying to get that skip. But
Yeah, it really is. If your sensitivity is a little bit off, it's like your muscle memory isn't gonna come through. And ooh, I'm like jumping to the right here.
Well, speaking of muscle, it's from all the jumps you did earlier. Your legs too tired to do that now.
I thought my arms were gonna give out from clapping so much for the 3 million actually, but
Yeah, same.
yeah, that
but we made it, so it was well worth it.
indeed.
And I'm gonna grab this Grace here just as a safety option. It would not be fun to go back and do Gideon Skip again, so grab this. And then we'll actually be performing a different fog gate glitch here. So if we run up here, jump on this and missed it, but we'll jump on the railing here and then run forward. And we can actually hop on this right here, turn around. And then so when we load back in, the fog gate will actually not load in time and we can run right past it.
And just
And
like
there
that,
we
we
go.
have skipped Godfrey.
Yep, there he is.
So you cannot do this in all remembrances because Godfrey has a remembrance, but any percent doesn't care.
Yeah, we'll
Yep.
just break his throne. He's doing Pepe hands back there. Just leave him be. Leave him to mourn.
The only thing that is unfortunate about this is that if Hyper dies to either Ratigan or Elden Beast, that skip does need to be performed again. But fortunately,
it's
if you
not too
have the
bad.
muscle memory for it, though, it's really not too bad. It's just a time. It's just a time.
All right, the flashbang. And we'll start off by trying to get 3 stomps. There's like a precise distance here that we need to be. Hopefully we can get him. All right, we're good.
There's 3.
Strafe that attack. Get 2 more in. And I won't be able to get RKR there, unfortunately. Get some more stomps in. Getting some more in. Whew. Very close. I think he should phase transition. There he goes. We'll get an RKR off, a stomp. Roll this at the right time. Whoop. Actually, shouldn't have drank there.
I think you're okay.
Should be good still.
One more.
Oh, that was,
what a troll.
that was Miyazaki for sure.
Oh God. Oh.
You got this, man. You got
All right,
this.
we're
Nice,
good.
nice.
Nice.
All right, we quickly need those imps out, and we need to replenish FP because we're going to be doing a similar setup to what Kata did, but we're just doing it with Ice Rind Hatchet, and we are hoping that we get a full break here. We're going to go up to that leg there.
Yeah, get 2 stomps in, run around, get another RKR off, and then we'll be stomping from his back, and hopefully we get the full AI break here, but a partial's good too. Get some stomps in, get another RKR.
Yep, this is
As you can see, you have a lot more damage.
And
So
not quite a full break, but it's close.
almost there.
it is close. So, but we should be guaranteed an Elden Stars as soon as he's done, and we'll be able to kill him then. So he'll do the rings, and we can run this direction.
The nice
And
thing
he's
about
always gonna pop up here right next to us, so we can prepare a stomp. And yep, he's doing Elden Stars. And there you have
There you
it.
go.
very nice.
I didn't know this boss actually had any moves.
And now
There
it is
you go.
time to become Elden Lord.
And we will be ready for time here right now.
GG.
Awesome, dude. That was lovely.
GG's Hyper.
That was so good.
That went way better than expected. Well, some hiccups on the zips, but overall really, really good. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, this run can be done much, much quicker using the zip glitch. Thank you so much, guys.
Wow, absolutely incredible. Look at that standing ovation from the audience for HYP3RSOMNIAC. Give it up, folks.
Let's go Hyper.
Thank you guys so much.
Absolutely deserved. And thank you everyone again who donated to make the 3 million happen, because yeah, I know how much Hyper wanted to do this run, how much he wanted to showcase
Yeah,
this.
I've been practicing. It would have been a
super
shame
happy.
to have it go to waste, but yeah. So like I was saying earlier, this run can be much, much quicker using the zip glitch. It can be under 6 minutes. So that world record is currently held by Seeker. So I would definitely recommend checking that out. But for some final words, I'd like to give a huge shout out and thanks to my commentators. Go check them out. Go follow hazeblade at twitch.tv, start with Kata. Go follow Kata at twitch.tv/catalystz with a Z at the end. You can check hazeblade out at twitch.tv/hazeblade and spicee at twitch.tv/spiceetv. So yeah, thank you so much to you guys. Thank you so much for GDQ for letting me run, and huge thank you to all the staff and the volunteers and the runners and the attendees who made this possible and made it so we could raise over $3 million for Doctors Without Borders.
And Hyper, I have one final question for you. Where can we find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/HYP3RSOMNIAC with a 3 instead of an E.
GG,
yeah.
man, well done.
I think that's all I've got. Thank you so much, everyone, and I'll throw it back to you, Covert.
All right, sounds good. Once again, give it up for HYP3RSOMNIAC. That being said, folks, we have had a long week here, raising over $3 million for MSF. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart here, and from all of us here at GDQ. We are going to be wrapping up this incredible marathon. So once again, thank you so much for raising money for Doctors Without Borders. All right, but that being said, my screen name's been CovertMuffin, leading that hosting station for the finale itself. And it sounds like we are just going to throw it over to Sumichi and the rest of the staff who are going to close out this Summer Games Done Quick 2022 marathon.
Thank you very much, Covert, and thank you to HYP3RSOMNIAC for a fantastic run of Elden Ring Any Percent. And can we please get another thank you to Twitch chat and the audience for making that happen? I can't believe. Honestly, I'll be honest. I did not believe. I was a non-believer. But we had Mike and Breakdown and the committee who made, and Bry's pointing at himself. We had Bry. They all believed that it was going to happen. And when I saw the audience start to cheer, I was like, okay, I'm a believer now. It was pretty easy after that point. But that was the final run of Summer Games Done Quick 2022. But before we go into actually closing out the event and having maybe a special something from our video editor, let's hear a bit from none other than MSF, our benefiting charity.
All right. Woo! Thank you so much, everybody. What an incredible outcome. On behalf of all of us at MSF, we want to say thank you so much for such a spectacular week and for having us back. It's been an amazing week, and to be back with you in person is just so special. As an example of how far your impact goes, the $3 million raised here this week is enough to fund all of our projects in Egypt last year. Overall, this community, you've all raised a total of $18.8 million over the course of all the Summer Games Done Quick, which is just incredible, and it's enough to fund the equivalent of all of our work in Jordan last year as well. So, of course, we want to say thank you so much to the Games Done Quick team, to all of the runners, all of the volunteers, the tech crew, the mods, the interviewers, all of the hosts. Thank you for all of the volunteers for your dedication and hard work to make this huge event possible. Everybody who has watched and donated over the week. And, of course, thank you, Twitch chat. We feel so lucky to be a part of this event and to be a part of your community, and we really saw what community can mean tonight, and we just want to say thank you so much for letting us be here together.
Can we please get another round of applause for Doctors Without Borders? We have to thank them not only for their kind words, but also for supporting Summer Games Done Quick and helping us make this event happen. We could not do it without Doctors Without Borders. Of course, GDQ could also not happen without our staff, our volunteers, our partners, our donors, our runners, and our attendees. Everybody, all of you, have contributed to making this event the big success that it is, and we want to thank you so much for that. We would also like to thank our sponsors who supported both Doctors Without Borders and Summer Games Done Quick. We would like to thank the Yeti, Fangamer, Final Fantasy XIV, Intel, Devolver Digital and Cult of the Lamb, Red Bull, Annapurna Interactive, DX Racer, Support Class, and of course, we are powered by Twitch. And thanks to everyone's collective efforts, we have raised a grand total of $3,016,000. Well, $3,016,200. Coming back on site after 2 years of being online has been equal parts nerve-wracking and challenging. We've scaled up our team over the past couple of years, and some of them had this event as their very first on-site. The situation was not perfect to have the event, given that the world is still dealing with COVID-19. There are multiple reasons why we pressed forward cautiously with an on-site, so we want to thank everyone here for doing their best to stay safe. Together with the volunteers, partners, and runners, We all shook off 2 years of rust and nerves, and the donations to Doctors Without Borders and the heartwarming comments of support, along with all the GDQ claps and spins in the Twitch chat, that sent us the message that after 2 years, y'all still got it. And to all of you here in this room and all of you here on the stream, I cannot stress enough how proud I am of everyone. You all make amazing things happen, and every event is always a better iteration of the last in terms of tech, hype, ideas, quality, and the amount of work that makes the staff cry at night. I've been here for 8 years, and even though this is my last event, I know that when I tune in next event, there will be new cool things implemented, and I will think about all the love and care that you put into it every single day, around, like, whole year round. And it's been a pleasure and an honor to work with every single one of you, and I will continue to cheer all of you on in the stream chat. We love you. But enough of the sappiness. The GDQ team is already hard at work on the next event. But remember that until then, you can catch them all year round on GDQ Hotfix, as well as Frame Fatal's events. And now, a quick word from Matt Merkel.
Hi, everyone. Hey. Sumi, I just wanted to take a moment to thank you for everything you've done for all of us. Not just the millions in sponsorships, not just the fires put out at 3 a.m., but the way you've been here for anything we need. You've left an imprint on this organization that will remain for years to come. And as for myself, I cannot express how much your time here has meant to me. And as my right hand, the one I could count on for anything here, I will never forget that. I know you have a fantastic future ahead, and I cannot wait to see what you will accomplish. If we can give one last round. Thank you so much for supporting Summer Games Done Quick, everybody. And if you'd like to do your last throw.
Yes. So our raid target is currently pending, and the message for that will be here together. But before that, please enjoy this recap video by our video editor, Esteban Martinez.
I was nervous for so long that maybe in person wouldn't happen for several years. It was strange. It's gotten to the point where GDQ is basically a normalcy for a lot of people that attend. So to have that taken away from us was definitely life-altering.
The easy answer is it was sad, right? Because it's like you're not able to see people that you could consider maybe part of your family in a way.
There's people that we become friends with that are in different states or even different countries that we only get to see here. It was definitely strange to not see some of my closest friends just because we had to be so far away and we didn't have a way to meet up. people love to come here just to meet people, even if they're not running, even if they're not on commentary. I think that was my biggest worry was, are people going to care about GDQ if they can't go anymore?
The number one question we asked ourselves every day, is it safe? Is it something that we can do safely and still do our best to protect our runners, our attendees, our volunteers, and everyone else who comes and attends the event? After 8 years with the GDQ staff, I definitely feel like I'm home. When I come here and I meet up with them, especially after 2 years of being apart from them, it feels like a family reunion and it feels like I'm home.
Welcome everyone to Summer Games Sunquake 2022 live in person!
I felt so warm because the crowd was so responsive and they were as excited as we were. And so to hear that response given back to us, it was so rewarding and so fun.
Just to see a bunch of familiar faces, a bunch of new ones in an environment that is safe and effective is really awesome, and you just can't replace the vibes of being in person.
GDQ as an event has been a staple in my life, to be 1 week that happens twice a year in order for me to be able to see my friends from all around the world. The grand majority of the people who I really love and adore and care about are these people who share my passion. Having this event back in person has just been absolutely incredible.
It's kind of mind-blowing to see what speedrunners have been able to do for charity, which has then extended to what they have been able to do for the rest of the world, especially in places that need it most.
It truly is people from all around the world, from different cultures, from different societies, from different countries. At the end of the day, we truly want to make a difference, and we truly want to help contribute to something that is going to help people in need.
To think about how much we're able to do together, I'm just so proud of the speedrun community for how far it's come and how far it's going to go afterward.
torn from out its pages for a need to be reborn. Taking all of the last chances I can get. The distance multiplies in rhythm with the debt. For any prayers you send my way that I get by, I'll pay you back when I've returned. I'll pay you back when I've returned. You said the town life's not for me. It wasn't big enough for who I'm meant to be. But it's not easy taking it along. Well, every street recalls the time I saw you last. Well, every avenue, moment in our past. For every story that I bottle up in time, I'll tell you each when I've returned. Tell you each when I've returned. It's getting dark now and there's not much left to say. Just leave the light out each night and I'll find a way back to arms and eyes where I want to be found. But not these silhouettes that never make a sound. That you burn so I might see. I'll pay you back when I've returned.